Roberts, making the news at this time. The Trinidad and Tobago Red Cross Society has a new hand at the helm. Edward Moody has been appointed acting president, stepping in for Kwamini Allen, who has stepped aside to attend to personal matters. Under this new leadership, the society is promising a new era of transparency and accountability. A key priority is addressing concerns surrounding government subventions, which were recently affected due to the organization's failure to submit audited financial statements.
The audited financial statements, we are working feverishly with this. We have a limitation with manpower, and we made some steps 2 days ago to address that. A motion was passed to address that, and I see in the very near future, we will be able to be at the level where we are supposed to be. And I could assure the public, I could assure corporate sponsorship that we are going to be there very soon.
Mr. Moody's appointment comes at a time when the organization's auditing process has come under public scrutiny. To address these concerns, he said the executive is prioritizing unity and continuous communication to keep strategic goals on track.
Instead of waiting to have our executive meeting, we are on the chat, we are looking at some of the policies that we want to set, and we are trying to make decisions continuously.
In a move to restore critical financial support, Mr. Moody also revealed that the organization has passed a motion to formally register as a non-profit organization. In more news, the Oilfield Workers Trade Union, or OWTU, and Collective Energies Limited have entered into a landmark memorandum of understanding to promote the development of human capital within Trinidad and Tobago's energy sector. Both parties described the signing as a milestone, marking the culmination of months of collaboration and planning. Dr. Joseph Khan of Collective Energies highlighted the urgent need for workforce training and capacity building as Trinidad and Tobago positions itself for a potential energy boom.
Part of our focus and our mandate is to work together to train, retrain, support learning, unlearning, relearning in various areas in the industry. And we found it fitting that we come together and we agree in this collective way that we will work together to design interventions geared towards capacity building.
OWTU President General Ansel Roger expressed confidence in the government's efforts to attract foreign investment and revitalize the energy sector. He stressed that the collaboration would ensure local workers are equipped with cutting-edge skills to compete for prime positions in the industry.
The level of underdevelopment that this sector went through, the level of exploitation that the energy sector workers were met with over that last period, we want to change that, flip that on its head, where everybody will be properly well trained, on the cutting edge, ready to be able to deliver, and not have the unfortunate situation of the expatriates coming and taking all of the prime jobs and so on in those sectors.
The first beneficiaries of the agreement will be OWTU members across a range of industries, including oil, electricity, fuel, distribution, and manufacturing. In some sport news now, Minister of Sport and Youth Affairs Philip Watts welcomed senior representatives from the United States, Canada, and Mexico on Wednesday for a courtesy visit aimed at deepening collaboration in sport and major event development. The delegations included senior diplomats such as the USA's Scott Hansen, Deputy Chief of Mission, Canada's High Commissioner Michael Callan, Mexico Ambassador Victor Hugo Morales Melendez, and the ambassador. They were joined by officials from the Ministry of Sport and the Sports Company of Trinidad and Tobago for discussions centered on promoting the upcoming FIFA World Cup in Trinidad and Tobago through fan engagement and sport diplomacy initiatives, while also exploring opportunities to boost the development of wrestling and boxing nationally. The engagement concluded with an exchange of cultural tokens, symbolizing mutual respect and ongoing collaboration. And that's what's making the news at this time. But joining us right now is the host of Trinidad and Tobago Today, Virmala Balkaran. Good morning, Virmala.
Good morning, Carrie. Happy Friday. We made it.
Happy Friday. At last. Thank God it's Friday.
I am so ready for this weekend. You have absolutely no idea. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good today. Like, I slept a little bit better. I feel, ready to face the day. And, the second cup of coffee will happen soon too.
Yeah, I know you had an assignment yesterday, so
I did.
You were busy. So maybe that's why you were very tired and you slept so well.
Yes, I think that helped in the process, because I actually went to bed at a decent hour for once in my life, and
I'm
when
very
the alarm
proud
went
of
off,
you.
I didn't feel like I wanted to just close my eyes and go back to sleep.
I started to tell people my bedtime is at 7 p.m. Please don't reach out to me. Because then I will, feel like I have to answer my phone or text you back. Please don't distract me from my sleep.
I know. Set the do not disturb timer on your phone. It helps a lot.
I'm always worried that if I do that, I would miss an emergency. I don't know. I just don't like to put my phone on D&D.
I mean, we're in 2026 and not many people have landlines anymore. But maybe like your emergency contacts could have your landline, so that will ring no matter what.
That means I have to go get a landline. Thank you for that.
You have to go get. See, look at that time that we're alive, right?
Absolutely.
Back in the days.
Yeah, I mean, also I remember when they turned a landline into an actual cell phone, and it was a very confusing period. And I'm like, listen, I don't know. I really don't know.
And back in the old days, when you had to call anybody, you would call the entire house and ask for that person. Worse yet, if it was somebody you had any romantic interest in, and in my days, having to speak to the dad first. Hey, Mr. So and so, is whatever her name is home.
Oh, okay, interesting.
and the nerves that come with that, kids today will never know.
And they would ask, "Why are you calling? Why are you calling? Young man, you have nothing better to do. Don't call back here." And also, remember the days of Liberty phone cards?
Wow. That is a throwback.
I think I'm aging myself here, so I will continue by telling you that I found something really interesting yesterday. Did you know that recess is actually critical to a child's development?
Really?
Yeah. So a lot of times we use, hey, I'm going to take away recess because that's a form of punishment. Do you know that doesn't work? So there's actually a new study that has taken place in America, and it's been 13 years since this area has been studied at all. And it's basically stating that recess is critical for a child's social, emotional, and mental well-being. So basically the holistic well-being while they're growing up.
Right. So teachers, let children have their recess because it's good for them. And with that one, I want to say thank you so much, Virmala.
All right. We'll talk soon.
We will. When we come back, the Trinidad and Tobago Today morning show gets going after this break.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success, because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
I'm Jamila Bannister, host of the Socially Safe podcast, the new TTPS podcast where we share real stories, teach real lessons, and create real impact. From online safety and youth crime to community policing and personal responsibility, we go beyond the headlines and talk about what's happening in our communities with the officers and experts who are on the front lines. Because safety starts with awareness, conversation, and action. Tune in to the Socially Safe podcast on the TTPS YouTube channel, listen on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Don't miss it.
Watch on TTT, Mondays 6 p.m., Tuesdays 1:10 p.m.
आपका नाम क्या है?
अमिताभ, मिस्टर अमिताभ सिन्हा।
सो मिस्टर अमिताभ, आप इसकी आवाज बनेंगे?
वेट कितना है तेरा? 54, 59। मेरी आवाज का वजन उससे ज्यादा है।
That's the beauty ना। भारी आवाज आपकी बॉडी पर तो नॉर्मल है, इसकी चेहरे पे तो स्टैंड आउट। लोग आपकी आवाज के फैंस होंगे।
Stereophonic sonata, Dolby Digital sonata. Listen to the sound of sonata, sum sum sonata.
Friday, 15th May 2026. The time now, it is 6:11 a.m. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Virmala Balkaran and welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. You know the drill. Let's take a look now at what's trending this morning. Well, Tobago police have launched a probe into the death of a 3-month-old infant in Charlottesville. The baby was found unresponsive at home last Saturday and pronounced dead at Roxborough Hospital. An autopsy confirmed that the cause of death was asphyxiation. Now, ACP Rishi Singh and Senior Superintendent Rotary Choka are urging the public to please avoid speculation, and they promised a no stone unturned investigation as the island remains on edge following the disappearance of 2-year-old Angelo Tobias. Well, speaking of that case, there are still more questions than answers surrounding the disappearance of 2-year-old Angelo in Goodwood. And that is according to Chief Secretary Farley Augustine, who says authorities have deployed drones, they've used boats and specialist divers as the search continues, while also collaborating closely with Senior Superintendent Rotary Choka. And he also noted that while many details remain unclear, we must all do our part in protecting our children.
And I want to remind the public that this goes beyond what the Tobago House of Assembly can do, should be doing, and what the Tobago House of Assembly is actually doing, to what we ought to do in our families, what we ought to do as parents, what we ought to do in our communities and other social institutions in ensuring that we protect the most vulnerable among us, and that includes our children. We all have a duty of care, and we need to be reminded of that, and that it takes the village to raise a child, but the village must also protect the child.
Well, you'd remember yesterday we spoke with Mr. Alvin Douglas about the rescue efforts that currently are ongoing in Tobago. And of course, we will bring you the details as they continue to come to us. Well, finally, World Day of the Boy Child will be observed on Saturday. And it's under the theme Boys to Men, Adopting Good Habits and Attitudes. Well, observed in 41 countries, the initiative highlights the emotional and mental health challenges that are facing our boys and teenage males, including depression, low self-esteem, and the pressure to suppress vulnerability. The founder, Dr. Jerome Tilak Singh, says the observance aims to encourage healthier conversations around masculinity while promoting mentorship, education, positive role models, and mental wellness. The initiative also calls for greater collaboration among educators, healthcare professionals, parents, and, of course, community leaders to better support our boys as they transition into manhood. And it is officially Friday, finally, and we're so thankful that you joined us all week long on Trinidad and Tobago Today. Another informative show for you today. We're actually breaking down the reasons why it's no longer being called PCOS, but rather PMOS. And later on, we discuss women in maritime and tell you all about something special called Choka Fest. Does that make you hungry? Well, you know what to do right now. Grab a cup of coffee and settle in, because Trinidad and Tobago Today has begun.
All right, settle on. Let's see who made the roster this year.
Excuse me, sir.
I feel like I got push from you by the way. I tell you.
Mr. Hoyt,
Yes, Principal.
are these the new students?
Yes. The best of the best.
That's a wrap.
Say, CEO, what if the term now starts and these children missing school already?
Hey, what are you doing there?
Introducing the new class of Next 99.1 FM.
Well, once again, we're at summer's doorstep. The action is picking up with a variety of events that'll thrive alongside all of the popular attractions. Hello everyone, I'm Aidan St. Agathe and welcome to Caribbean Passport TV.
All eyes will be on Antigua this summer for the 2026 Carnival celebrations, to which everyone is invited to feel the rhythm. With over 2 months of pre-events to warm things up, Antigua and Barbuda is event and activity driven. So if eco-adventure and marine life are among your passions, then Scooter Snorkeling is the tour company for you.
Welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago Today on TTT. The time now, it is 18 minutes after 6 o'clock. Just a heads up, the traffic is already building. We're being told that if you are coming from the west, you're attempting to leave the west, there is a huge backup already. I think coming from Central this morning wasn't that bad. I believe coming from the east was a little bit rough. So just look out for that. And please, we are begging you to continue to drive safe. Well, yesterday we began this discussion and today we want to continue that. So for many women in their 20s and 30s, PCOS has often been, understood through a very narrow lens. You've had irregular periods, acne, weight gain, facial hair, or even difficulty getting pregnant. So for years, this condition was actually treated as a gyno problem. So you would go to a gynecologist and they would, eventually figure out what's the best course of action for you. And I've also been very open about my journey with PCOS. Well, actually, now it's being called PMOS. And in just a couple seconds, we will be joined with an expert who will be telling us all about it. An expert is saying that the new name better reflects the true complexity of the condition, which really goes far beyond ovarian cysts and just those, fertility issues. But really, they impact your hormones, your metabolism, and get this, your mental health as well, and really increases the risks for conditions like diabetes and cardiovascular disease. Well, we have getting ready to join us this morning is Dr. Roshni Bisundat. She'll be here with us, and she is a UK trained consultant, an obstetrician, and a gynecologist based in San Fernando. And she actually has a practice. It's called Living Lady Limited. and she specializes in women's hormonal and reproductive health and is also widely involved in community education initiatives, across schools and other organizations. I believe she's on the line with us now. Good morning, Dr. Visundat.
Hi, good morning.
Thank you for joining us this morning and weighing in on this this groundbreaking news for people living with PCOS who are probably now getting diagnosed.
And that's for sure, because too long there has been so much information about this.
Yeah. Now, it's been 14 years of discussion and research. And finally, Doctor, PCOS is now being renamed to PMOS. Now, tell us and all the viewing public this morning, why do you think this change was necessary? And what does this new name better explain about this condition?
Okay, so PMOS, which is now stands for polyendocrine metabolic ovarian syndrome, big word, is extremely significant because it changes how the condition is understood medically and publicly. And for many years, PCOS narrowed the attention mainly to the ovaries and fertility, when in reality, it's a whole body hormonal and a metabolic disorder. So this new terminology really recognizes the broader endocrine and metabolic effects that really impact women throughout their lives, and not only during their reproductive years.
Now, how much of PMOS is really tied to hormones and metabolism rather than just the reproductive health?
Most of it is tied to it because it's central to this is something called insulin resistance. And then elevated insulin levels stimulate excess androgens, which you might know as testosterone, and this contributes to irregular periods, acne, excess hair growth, scalp hair thinning, and ovulation problems. And the reproductive symptoms are often only one part of the larger endocrine and metabolic disorder involving blood glucose regulation, that inflammation, and long-term cardiovascular risks.
Also, Doctor, do you think, in your professional opinion, that this new name can actually help women to receive earlier diagnosis, probably, and treatment?
Definitely, potentially, yes. Because one major problem with the old terminology is that many women were only taken seriously when fertility was the issue. So the PMOS terminology now actually encourages clinicians to look earlier for symptoms such as the irregular periods, that insulin resistance, weight changes, acne, the metabolic abnormalities in adolescents and the young women before their complications develop.
Now, you mentioned insulin resistance, and as someone living with this condition as well, I know that, I feel like we dance with the idea of diabetes all the time. Some of us are pre-diabetic. So I want to talk a little bit about that now, Doctor. Can you tell us how closely linked is PMOS to conditions like diabetes, obesity, even cardiovascular disease, especially in the Caribbean?
It's very, very closely linked because PMOS or PCOS in the past, it's really to do with metabolism, right, and that endocrine issue, which actually is insulin resistance. And insulin resistance is a preamble to diabetes. So if insulin resistance isn't treated, it then leads to prediabetes, then type 2 diabetes. And associated with both of those would be things such as obesity and then that central weight gain that everyone gets, that tummy area. And also associated with that would be high cholesterol. Cholesterol then goes to your liver, so you can get fatty liver. And all of these things can then lead to hypertension or high blood pressure and a cardiovascular risks.
Now,
and especially in Trinidad, we have so much diabetes and obesity. So PMOS actually exemplifies or amplifies this significantly if it's not recognized.
Now, Doctor, what are some of the warning signs that women should not ignore?
So some of the signs that you really want to pay very much attention to would be those irregular periods, absent periods, or lack of periods. That unexplained weight gain that so many women complain about. They also say they have difficulty losing weight. And then all of the other symptoms, which is androgen related, would be things like the acne, and that's persistent beyond adolescence, excess facial hair and body hair. That's so that we are talking about by the abdomen, the bikini line, also thinning of the hair on your head. And so many women now, we see darkening of the skin around the neck and underarms. That's called acanthosis nigricans, but it's so common now. And then, of course, the fertility issue is the difficulty ovulation, getting pregnant. And something that people don't even recognize is that the fatigue or feeling tired and the sugar cravings. So this definitely shouldn't be thought of as normal.
Now, it's a very important question that we need to ask, and a lot of people always wonder, is PMOS something that can develop over time, or are women born predisposed to this?
So there is a very, very strong genetic predisposition, meaning women are likely to be vulnerable to developing the condition, especially those with a family history of diabetes. However, the symptoms really only may emerge or worsen over time, and that depends on factors in your life, such as the puberty, weight gain, which is a major stressor, your diet, stress in itself, inflammation, sleep disturbances, and those lifestyle changes that you may make, which would be the lack of exercise and not eating properly. So while we all have, some women have that predisposition, the picture really only evolves over time.
Also, doctor, we spoke about mental health being linked to this. Now, tell us, how does this condition affect mental health, even your confidence, women's confidence, and overall quality of life?
Well, this impact can be very profound because many women struggle with that anxiety and depression. Of course, with the weight gain, you have the body image issues, which can then lead to slow self-esteem and social withdrawal. And then it's chronic frustration with gaining weight and not able to lose the weight, and then how you look. And then with those testosterone symptoms, which would be things like acne, the hair growth, the hair loss of hair on your head, the infertility. And that's what is really important for a lot of women, is the difficulty managing that weight. And this really affects their confidence and their emotional well-being. And as you said, unfortunately, mental health is still often overlooked in many of these hormonal conditions.
Now, Dr. Bisunat, a lot of people, listening this morning, and they're saying, okay, well, you're telling us about the problem, but let's talk solutions now. Let's talk treatment. Now, if you're someone living with something like PMOS or PMOS itself, what role does things like, your diet, your exercise, or even lifestyle changes really play in managing PMOS?
So lifestyle management remains the foundation of the treatment, and this is exactly what I tell all my patients, because regular exercise, eating right, which is eating healthy foods, which is a balanced nutrition of your carbohydrates, your protein, your fruits and vegetables, adequate sleep, reducing your stress levels. These all help to improve that insulin sensitivity, and which indirectly is your hormonal imbalance, your ovulation, your energy levels, and then the long-term outcomes. So even modest lifestyle changes significantly improve your symptoms, and then helps to reduce that future metabolic risk of those cardiovascular diseases.
Now, doctor, I would have shared a bit about my journey as well. Being 15 years old, back in that time, there was no real body of information about polycystic ovarian syndrome. And, we had to turn to encyclopedias or just listen to, what a few doctors would tell you. And there were so many myths as well. And still, I find today there are myths. So do you think now, that, social media, community education, even when doctors like you talk about it, using your initiative and you go around and you spread information, that's correct and appropriate. Has it all improved and changed, or do you think there are still so many myths that are dominating this conversation?
Well, there still are many myths, but awareness has improved tremendously through the social media and the online communities, because women are now sharing their experiences openly and advocating for themselves. But that still misinformation is out there. And some of these myths would be things like, well, PMOS only affects overweight women, and women with PMS cannot get pregnant. So many women come saying that they were told that, and in fact, they come pregnant. So a lot of women think it's a purely fertility issue, and that weight is really simply due to lack of discipline. So getting the information out there with the balanced education really remains critically important in letting women know that it is really a metabolic and endocrine condition and that it can be managed.
Well, doctor, before we go, what advice would you give to women in Trinidad and Tobago who may suspect that they may be living with PMOS and they have never been formally diagnosed?
So, very important is not to ignore your symptoms or assume things are normal. If you're experiencing symptoms such as irregular periods, lack of periods, acne, unexplained weight changes, that excess hair grows because a lot of women have it in their families and they think it's normal. Thinning of your hair. When you see lots of strands coming out in when you comb your hair or when you wash your hair, difficulty conceiving, please seek medical attention early, because diagnosing and treating can improve not only the fertility outcomes, but it also helps with those long-term metabolic and cardiovascular health. So women should most importantly realize and understand that they are not alone, and effective support and management, they're available to everybody in Trinidad.
All right, well, Dr. Bisuna, thank you for joining us this morning. We really appreciate you taking the time to help us break down all of this and what it means for women across Trinidad and Tobago and the world. Have a great day and continue to do the great job that you're doing.
You're welcome, and thanks again for having me. You too.
Most welcome. That was Dr. Roshni Bisunat, consultant, OBGYN, and the owner of Living Lady Limited. That discussion about moving from PCOS to PMOS. And just, to anyone this morning who may be watching and living with PCOS, now PMOS, just know that there is so much now more than there was back then. And you can manage this and you can live a really healthy and happy life. And just so you know, never ever let anyone trivialize your experience living with this. It is not something that is minor at all. The symptoms, oh my gosh, living with this is so hard sometimes. But, consult your doctor, get the right course of action and treatment for yourself. And I hope that, it all works out for you. But just know that some of us, most of us, we're really doing our best to continue to give the right information and support. So always feel free to reach out to me if you ever want to talk about your journey with PCOS or PMOS as it is being called now. Well, for everything that you see here and more, follow us at TTT Live online. You can get all of these stories. And if you want to reach out to us, you want to collaborate with us, you want to do any kind of work with us, simply send us an email at tttoday@ttt.co.tt and be a part of the conversation that's shaping our nation. Trinidad and Tobago Today, all the news you can trust and the stories that matter. We take a break and come back.
I'm Pastor Lisa Singh from Heavenly Grace Ministries in New York, and I want to take this opportunity to invite you to join me right here every Sunday morning at 6:30 a.m. It has been a fantastic 2026 so far, and the Word of God has just been unraveling in ways that we can only imagine. So I don't want you to miss out. Remember, every Sunday morning, 6:30 a.m. right here. Looking forward to being with you.
स्पैगेटी जैसे घने लंबे बाल, ऑलिव्स जैसी काली काली, एक्चुअली नॉट सो काली काली आंखें, बेबी कॉर्न जैसी नुकीली नाक, चेरी टमेटोज जैसे लाल लाल गाल, स्लाइस्ड बेल पेपर से बने होंठ, हैलोपिनो सी तीखी जुबान, चलती फिरती पास्ता डिश, आलू पराठा थोड़ी खाऊंगी।
वाह कबीर, मैं तो फ्लैट हो गई। इससे पहले मुझे कभी किसी ने सब्जी की दुकान के जैसे नहीं देखा।
फूल इश्क तेरा मेरा, फूल इश्क टेढ़ा मेढ़ा, फूल इश्क कुछ कुछ मेरा, फूल इश्क ज्यादा तेरा।
Your stories, your communities, your country. TTT News is everywhere, on the ground, across Trinidad and Tobago, and on every smart device. TTT News, nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
आपका नाम क्या है?
अमिताभ, मिस्टर अमिताभ सिन्हा।
सो मिस्टर अमिताभ, आप इसकी आवाज बनेंगे?
वेट कितना है तेरा? 54, 59। मेरी आवाज का वजन उससे ज्यादा है।
That's the beauty ना। भारी आवाज आपकी बॉडी पर तो नॉर्मल है, इसकी चेरी पे तो स्टैंड आउट। लोग आपकी आवाज के फैंस होंगे।
Stereophonic sonata, Dolby digital sonata. Listen to the sound of sonata, sum sum sonata.
For 190 years, St. Joseph's Convent, Port of Spain, has been a symbol of excellence, tradition, and sisterhood in Trinidad and Tobago, shaping generations of women and leaving a lasting impact on the nation. Now, past pupils and supporters are preparing to celebrate that remarkable legacy with the annual reunion and 190th anniversary mass featuring Convent Courtyard, a family-friendly day of fellowship, entertainment, and giving back, with proceeds supporting the restoration of the school's chapel. Well, joining me this morning to tell us more is Afua Alain, president of the St. Joseph's Convent, Port of Spain Past Pupils Association. Good morning, Afua.
Good morning, and to all your viewers, good morning.
How are you this morning?
I am doing very well. We are very excited for our annual reunion mass, our 190th celebrations, and Convent Courtyard that takes place on Sunday the 17th at 10 a.m.
Well, Afua, for nearly 2 centuries, that's a long time. St. Joseph's Convent, Port of Spain, has really played a major role in shaping women's education in TNT. A lot of students have left this country after going to the school and taken the lessons that they've learned as well. So it has really shaped lives. What do you believe has made the school's legacy so enduring?
I think that the involvement of all of the key stakeholders really and truly make the school continue to do as well and maintain our legacy. And these stakeholders would include, of course, the Sisters of St. Joseph of Cluny. They own and administer the management of the school administration, ensuring that we have such a well-grounded and excellent staff the parents. There is a parent support group where the parents get involved. There's a group called the SJC Dads. They get involved to ensure that the children have all their needs. And of course, the Past Peoples Association, where we are responsible for maintaining the capital infrastructure of the school, while the administration ensures to our all-rounded education. So a team effort in ensuring our legacy survives.
Now, this year marks 190 years. As I said, that's a long time. And that's since founding the school. Now, how significant is this milestone, not just for the school community, but for TNT as a whole?
This is an amazing milestone. We are the longest continuous running secondary school in Trinidad and Tobago. And we continue to remain in excellence. And so this 190th milestone just is a way for us to commemorate all of us getting together, all of us sharing that sisterhood and that one common goal in ensuring that we have this legacy to last for those who come after us. So it's an important milestone. We also celebrate at this time the reunions. So it is also a reunion celebration. So you have all of those alum who have graduated from all of the years, before my year, after my year. All of us come together and truly give thanks for all that the school has given to us.
Now let's talk about this event now. I know there'll be vendors, entertainment, food, lots of activities, and it's also family friendly. So let's hear all about this event.
Excellent. So the Sunday after Mother's Day is usually when we have our annual reunion mass. And this year it is extra special because we're celebrating our 190th anniversary. The day will begin with mass, and the mass starts at 10 a.m. at our chapel. And that's located on our school grounds, which is in Pembroke Street in Port of Spain. Within that mass, we'll be celebrating not only the 190th, but as I said, the reunions for all of the classes. After the mass, we segue straight into Convent Courtyard to continue the festivities. And Convent Courtyard, just so everyone knows, it is free entry. It begins at 12 noon. All are welcome. And within Convent Courtyard, we have lots of activities happening. We have the Artisan Village. The Artisan Village has over 35 vendors, and you can get crafts and jewelry, and you can get baked goods, and you can get clothing. So there are lots of options to be had in the artisan market that features many Convent alum. We also have live entertainment that occurs at that time. And then to top it all off, we invite everyone to have lunch with us. So our luncheon tickets are $375. That gets you 3 meats, multiple sides, desserts, and a drink. And all of the proceeds for the luncheon goes towards the chapel restoration project. In addition to that, we have a kids zone for $125. So within that, the kids get multiple meal kits. They get drink, desserts, and sides. And then also there's kids activities to be had, which include bouncy castle. We have a pony ride. We have giant games. And this day is just going to be so much fun. So once again, we have mass beginning at 10 a.m. We have our Convent Courtyard festivities beginning at 12 noon. The tickets are $375, $125 for kids. Tickets will be available at the gate. They're also available now at Kitchen Corner, the school office, and the executive members. And we're looking forward to everyone to come on down to celebrate with us, but also to commemorate this amazing milestone with us.
Thank you very much, Efwa. You know, it's such a beautiful opportunity to contribute to the restoration as well. So we wish you all the best in this. Have a great time, and I hope that this is really, really successful.
Thank you very much.
All right, have a great day, Efwa. All right, the time now, it is 6:44. We take a break, and when we come back, we talk about women in maritime on Trinidad and Tobago Today.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
स्पगेटी जैसे घने लंबे बाल, ऑलिव्स जैसी काली काली, एक्चुअली नॉट सो काली काली आंखें, बेबी कॉर्न जैसी नुकीली नाक, चेरी टमेटोज जैसे लाल लाल गाल, स्लाइस्ड बेल पेपर से बने होंठ, हैलोपिनो सी तीखी जुबान, चलती फिरती पास्ता डिश, आलू पराठा थोड़ी खाऊंगी।
कबीर, मैं तो फ्लैट हो गई। इससे पहले मुझे कभी किसी ने सब्जी की दुकान के जैसे नहीं देखा।
फूलिश्क फूलिश्क तेरा मेरा, फूलिश्क फूलिश्क टेढ़ा मेढ़ा, फूलिश्क फूलिश्क कुछ कुछ मेरा, फूलिश्क फूलिश्क ज्यादा तेरा।
When it matters, we're there, reporting the news as it happens, because your world can't wait. TTT News, nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
I am your mother,
aunt, grandmother,
guardian, friend, and I promise to protect you in all situations because someone has hurt you, violated you, harmed you,
abused you,
and you were brave enough to tell me.
You trusted me. You came to me for help,
to defend, for support, to protect you.
No amount of money
or bribes,
favors, or gifts will stop me.
You are most important to me.
You are worth more to me than any material thing.
I will do all in my power,
in my heart,
to make sure that you are taken care of and that justice is served and you thrive. Together, my daughter,
my son,
my child, we will live and love. I will protect you.
Break the silence. Report all cases of child sexual abuse.
Women continue to make waves in industries once considered traditionally male, and the maritime sector is no exception. Across the world, more women are stepping into leadership roles, technical careers, and operations within the maritime industry, helping to really shape the future of the sector. Well, today we're discussing the upcoming International Day for Women in Maritime 2026. That initiative is hosted by the Women in Maritime Association Caribbean TT chapter in collaboration with the Port Authority of TNT. Under the theme From Policy to Practice, Powering Maritime Excellence, the event aims to inspire young women and highlight opportunities within the maritime industry through mentorship, education, and hands-on experiences. Well, joining me this morning, I have Ms. Myrna Ellis Medina, Steering Committee Lead, and Michelle Sipio Hosang, Steering Committee Member of WEMAC TT. Good morning, ladies, and welcome.
Hi, good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having us.
So, for viewers who may not be familiar, Myrna, what is the Women in Maritime Association Caribbean TT chapter, and what role does it play in Trinidad and Tobago?
Okay, so good morning, viewers. The Women in Maritime Association is really an initiative started by the International Maritime Organization to bring awareness and to bring visibility and to empower women in the maritime sector. This particular initiative it is not unique to Trinidad and Tobago. It is really a global movement because the WIMA, which is WIMA, exists across several territories in the world. There is WIMA in Asia, there's in Africa, there is in the Pacific, and there is also in the Caribbean. And within the Caribbean, there are several chapters. Several territories in the Caribbean have WIMA chapters. And so you would find chapters in Jamaica, you'd find chapters in Barbados, Antigua, Trinidad and Tobago is just one.
Yeah.
What is the role of this association? Again, Goal 5, the Sustainable Development Goals, speaks to gender equality. And so it is an attempt to bring visibility to women, to give women that chance to be recognized as being equally competent to do the job, and to give them opportunities for advancement.
So, Michelle, why is it important to celebrate International Day for Women in Maritime?
Well, it is important, as Lina said, we are not heard, we are not seen. Women in maritime represent 2% of world seafarers worldwide are women. 2%. Considering 90% of trade is by sea, women are just a fraction of that. And to bring more women into the industry, for us to be seen, we need to celebrate it by, and IMO in particular, established World Maritime Day in 2022 for just that, to spotlight women in maritime and to actually close the gap between what exists, as I said, 2%, and to make a difference for women to be to give them that opportunity, as Witness said. The day allows us to say women, the maritime industry, with women working at all levels in the maritime industry, the industry would survive and the industry would be more resilient and the industry would be better off for women partnering in the industry. They're missing opportunities in terms of talent and competence and perspective with women being so poorly represented.
Mina, let's talk a little bit about the theme. So it's from policy to practice, powering maritime excellence.
Okay.
Tell us, what does this theme really mean?
So when we say from policy to practice, we're talking about legislation that has been put in place as policy, for recognizing women in the maritime sector. But from policy to practice means we want to see implementation. We want to see something different happening. We want to see these initiatives and these ideas you have for women actually roll out in practice. The powering maritime excellence talks about, when we say powering, we mean powering. The maritime excellence speaks to the safety, security, and the sustainability of the maritime sector. So we're saying, in a powerful way, allow women to shape the maritime industry in a sustainable way.
Yeah. Now, Myrna, can you also tell us more about the activities that will be taking place on May 18th?
All right. So on May 18th, we're going to be doing something different. You see, this industry, it's important that it is sustainable. And so we are starting with some students from the St. Joseph Convent, St. Joseph. We have invited 40 students from Form 4 to come and be immersed in an entire day of maritime. We want to put images on their mind that they've never seen before and cause them to consider options in a non-traditional way, non-traditional career. So first, we're going to take them on board the ferry, one of the ferries that travels to Tobago, and they're going to be hosted by a woman in maritime. Wow. So the chief officer, she is going to be doing the tour with them, so they would get first-hand information. Mm-hmm. Then they're going to board their maxis and go on a driving tour right through the Port Authority of Trinidad and Tobago, where they're going to be engaged again by female ambassadors, letting them know all that the Port Authority has to offer in terms of careers. And then they will be taken to the Lions Control Center for the culmination of this event. Now, today we can say that at the culmination of the event, the Minister of Works and Infrastructure, the Honorable Jolene John, will address the students along with 2 other key stakeholders in the maritime industry. But more than that, they will get an opportunity to interact with about 25 of our members as the members tell them about their careers and what they do in the maritime sector.
Yeah.
So that's the immersive event that we want.
Now, a quick question. Why Form 4 students specifically?
Right. Okay. So I'll give you 2 reasons. The truth is, CAPE and CXC are going on right now, so we did not want to disturb that group. But at 4th form level, you're still not sure.
Yes.
You're still searching.
Yep.
And so we feel if we put this on their minds early, as they move to Form 5 and move to Form 6, and some of them may even graduate after Form 5, they would start thinking about opportunities for study and so on. And one of the institutions that will be represented at our culmination is UTT, and UTT offers that degree in maritime studies, and the Caribbean Maritime University will also be represented. That's a university in Jamaica. They also do maritime studies.
So it's very important to show the students where you can actually, become certified in all of this.
Absolutely.
Well, ladies, before we go, what message would you both like to share with young girls and women who may be considering a future in the maritime or related industries?
The maritime industry have many careers that you've never considered, and you should consider. Consider it a maritime adventure. Come find out for yourself. There are now women you could speak to and get more information. Go to the port, check with a marine pilot, ask questions. Don't wait to be invited into the industry. Come and be inquisitive, curious, find out.
Also, Michelle Scipio-Hosang is a past student of St. Joseph Convent.
And look where you ended up now.
And she just won an international award as the most outstanding woman in port and maritime across the Americas.
Congratulations to you,
So we are
Michelle.
saying to students, she sat in a classroom just as you, 4th form, and she's moved from a marine engineer to vice president of her company. So it's very possible.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, ladies, for joining us this morning. Where can maybe students or anyone get more information about all of this?
All right. So our website is WIMACTT, that's WIMACTT 2026 at gmail.com, or you can call 678-6055. And you'll get the information that you want. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies, women in maritime this morning. Especially good morning to all those women who go out there and do the best that they can possibly do in a male-dominated industry and really showing up for us and representing. And we love that. Thank you for being here and sharing this with us this morning. All right, we take a break now. Carrie's up next with the major network news at the top of the hour. And then inside the next hour, the show continues. Also, we link up with Next 99.1 FM.
Since 1972, one sound has been living in the heart of Trinidad and Tobago, the longest running radio station in the nation.
We're your holiday soundtrack, whether it's on your day off,
long drives, or house limes.
We are always sweet.
This is music with meaning, music with memories.
Music that feels like home.
And it's not just the songs, it's the voices you trust, personalities you've grown with.
Laughter that sounds familiar.
This isn't just radio, it's tradition.
It's memories.
It's part of who we are.
Sweet 100.1 FM, the rhythm of our identity, part of your family.
Always 100, guide you on your way. Sweet 100, sweet 100, 100.
morning. This is your TTT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. The TT Bizlink platform processed a significant TT $35.5 million in 2025, facilitating nearly 85,000 transactions over the course of the year. This strong level of activity highlights the platform's growing importance as a digital gateway for government services, streamlining businesses' processes and improving efficiency for users across multiple sectors. TT Bizlink is a secure, user-friendly online platform that gives businesses and individuals access to information and government e-services related to trade and business. Speaking at the Network Circle event on Wednesday evening, aimed at empowering MSMEs and the wider business community, Minister of Trade, Investment and Tourism Satyakama Maharaj reminded that the platform is designed to give entrepreneurs and exporters direct access to critical information, from market rules to import duties. He said TT Bizlink continues to expand in scope, with more government agencies being integrated and services increasingly automated to reduce delays and inefficiencies.
Every week, we have updates of where you are, how many more customers you get. The Ministry of Health want to join it now, right? We're facilitating them, businesses. But you get all the information you need to run a business there. Okay, you want to export to Turkey. You can go in there and seek the information of what the import duties are going to there, on what the products come from Turkey, what that duty is.
The minister said the system allows users to quickly compare international trade conditions and navigate requirements for exports and imports, improving decision-making for businesses seeking to scale beyond the domestic market.
All kinds of information you need to run business, but it is streamlined, and we connected it to the customs to streamline everything. So it is work in progress, but it keeps improving and improving all the time. So I advise all you to jump on that platform.
In other news, according to the United Nations Population Fund, mothers often face notable financial disparities compared to non-mothers and fathers. In response, the Bankers Association of Trinidad and Tobago brought together two mothers and accomplished leaders in the financial sector to share practical, real-world advice, empowering fellow mothers with the tools and strategies needed to better manage their finances and build more secure futures. In many homes, mothers are first financial guides, teaching, budgeting, saving, and the value of wise spending. Sonji Pear-Chase of JCS Caribbean Law and Karen Yipchuk, president of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce, know this role well, sharing insights from their experiences as both mothers and finance professionals.
For young moms or young adults who are starting off as professionals, I would strongly advise the very first thing you do when you get your job is to put a standing order on your account and set aside, if it's just a couple of $100 a month, to go into some program investment account that you don't touch, you don't even remember that it's there. And then before you know it, you have accumulated a lovely nest egg that can help you out in the future.
Mrs. Yipchuk, who confirmed that her first financial advisor was her mother, explained how, through her mother's persistence, instilled financial prudence that set her up for life.
My mom used to work in the bank, so my mom would have opened bank accounts for us, and from the little allowance that we got, we were encouraged to save. I wouldn't count that as really towards the nest egg, because as a child you probably used that out at some point in time. But what that did was by my mom exposing us to saving from very early, gave us that discipline about the importance of saving.
Mrs. Pear-Chase and Mrs. Yipchuk appeared as guests on BATT's online program Straight Off the Bat on Thursday. In sport now, on June 17th, the Powerade Goliath Games will make its debut at the Santa Rosa racetrack, marking its first ever international standard obstacle course race in Trinidad and Tobago. The event is a 2-kilometer obstacle course race set to take place on the venue's racetrack and will consist of 2 divisions, which will see participants tackle 20 obstacles. The obstacle course race was made possible by founder and race director Kerry Kim Curtin.
Came about after I used to travel to do obstacle course races to the United States. This was before COVID, and competing out there, I felt that this was something that I could bring back to Trinidad and execute in a local way. So that was the basis for me bringing the Goliath Games to Trinidad.
And that's what's making the news at this time. When we come back, it's our number 2 of Trinidad and Tobago Today.
Trinidad, are you ready? So Trinidad, are you ready now? By public demand, coming to supper, laugh till your belly bust part 2. This is the anchor. In partnership with Talk City 91.1 FM and TTT Limited, Sunday, 17th May, showtime, 6 p.m. sharp. Come see Victor St. Louis Pell and all his funny friends.
Father, I'd like to have him, not him, and him.
Hey, I will put one word in your ass, you know.
Father, I promise.
One of my neighbor, he get a bankan yesterday morning. He drink poison, but he dead. He drink it in the living room.
Louis Spider-Man Antoine, Andrew Friday, the Saint.
And just a woman come and set a flick and send me just woman. Again, she defied the laws of physics because I was sitting down and standing up at the same time.
Added to the cast, Damian Melville and Paniska is back. Get your tickets now. General tickets are priced at $200, VIP $350, and Legend Sports Bar, 22 Agar Road, Point Fortin. Senga's Restaurant, number 65, High Street, Superior, opposite Massey Stores. Dev's Barbershop, Cookier, Pies Bar, Maraval Road, Joanne's Bar, Los Charros, and IslandEtickets.com. It's happening on the 17th of May at 6 p.m. sharp. For more information, call 358-5001. Love till your belly busts.
स्पगेटी जैसे घने लंबे बाल, ऑलिव्स जैसी काली काली, एक्चुअली नॉट सो काली काली आंखें, बेबी कॉर्न जैसी नुकीली नाक, चेरी टमेटोज जैसे लाल लाल गाल, स्लाइस्ड बेल पेपर से बने होंठ, हैलोपिनो सी तीखी जुबान, चलती फिरती पास्ता डिश, आलू पराठा थोड़ी खाऊंगी।
कबीर, मैं तो फ्लैट हो गई। इससे पहले मुझे कभी किसी ने सब्जी की दुकान के जैसे नहीं देखा।
फूल इश्क तेरा मेरा, फूल इश्क टेढ़ा मेढ़ा, फूल इश्क कुछ कुछ मेरा, फूल इश्क ज्यादा तेरा।
Welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago Today on TTT. If you're streaming us live on Facebook or YouTube, a special good morning to you. Well, did you see this yesterday? Breaking the internet in Trinidad and Tobago, OnlyFans users spent an estimated $1.75 million US in 2025. That's up 15.9% from the $1.35 million US in 2024. And this is according to a 188 country ranking. The country ranked 67th globally in per user spend and 14th in the Americas on a per capita basis. The subscription platform OnlyFans really allows creators to earn directly from subscribers, including adult content. And globally, the report says the creator economy is growing, with OnlyFans revenue reaching $7.2 billion in 2025. And in other news, Donald Trump says China is positioning itself to buy more U.S. oil and farm goods following high-level talks in Beijing. Well, speaking on Fox News, Trump said that Xi also expressed willingness to help support a potential deal on Iran, including maintaining stability in the Strait of Hormuz and easing tensions linked to the conflict. Trump also added that Beijing was all business, while suggesting stronger U.S.-China trade flows could follow the summit discussions. And remember a few weeks ago, we kept bringing you these updates, well, to brighten your Friday. Here's another one. Papa Ute is moving his legs again. And this is a milestone that his vet says many once believed would never happen. Dr. Kriyan Singh says the progress shows that recovery is possible with consistent therapy, patience, and absolute determination. According to Dr. Singh, Papa Ute's therapy includes climbing, balancing, and stabilization exercises aimed at rebuilding strength and mobility. He says the question is no longer if Papa Ute will walk again, but simply when. And here we see in that video, look at those legs kicking, and that is definitely great progress from where he came. Look at that movement. Hopefully that puts a smile on your face this morning. That sweet Papa Ute, that ocelot. Remember his story? He was shot, and Dr. Kriyan Singh really did his best to help to rehabilitate him. Oh, so sweet this morning. Friday morning treat for you. Oh my goodness, and look at him on the treadmill. I think that's a good early morning workout inspiration for us today. Maybe we should do the same thing. And there he has his emotional stuffed toy. I absolutely love it. Look at that. Look at those legs go. Thank you, Dr. Singh, for sharing with us all these beautiful updates with Papa Ute. Well, remember earlier I told you about recess. So just remember that recess is absolutely important for children's development. That study after 13 years is saying that children should ideally receive at least 20 minutes of recess daily. So remember back then when they used to tell us, well, you're not allowed to go to your recess break because you were bad? Well, it turns out that that's doing just the opposite. So that's a very interesting discussion that we probably should have very soon. We get ready now to take a short break. And when we come back, the show continues. It is finally Friday. How's the traffic? Let us know. Send us a comment on our stream, whether it be YouTube or Facebook. Check in with us.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
आपका नाम क्या है?
अमिताभ, मिस्टर अमिताभ सिन्हा।
सो मिस्टर अमिताभ, आप इसकी आवाज बनेंगे?
वेट कितना है तेरा? 54, 59। मेरी आवाज का वजन उससे ज्यादा है।
That's the beauty ना। भारी आवाज आपकी बॉडी पर तो नॉर्मल है, इसकी चेहरे पे तो स्टैंड आउट। लोग आपकी आवाज के फैंस होंगे।
Stereophonic sonata, Dolby Digital sonata. Listen to the sound of sonata, sum sum sonata.
स्पगेटी जैसे घने लंबे बाल, ऑलिव जैसी काली काली, एक्चुअली नॉट सो काली काली आंखें, बेबी कॉर्न जैसी नुकीली नाक, चेरी टमेटोज जैसे लाल लाल गाल, स्लाइस्ड बेल पेपर से बने होंठ, हैलोपिनो सी तीखी जुबान, चलती फिरती पास्ता डिश, आलू पराठा थोड़ी खाऊंगी।
कबीर, मैं तो फ्लैट हो गई। इससे पहले मुझे कभी किसी ने सब्जी की दुकान के जैसे नहीं देखा।
फूलिश्क फूलिश्क तेरा मेरा, फूलिश्क फूलिश्क टेढ़ा मेढ़ा, फूलिश्क फूलिश्क कुछ कुछ मेरा, फूलिश्क फूलिश्क ज्यादा तेरा।
As remote work opportunities continue to grow worldwide, companies like Vibe Connections Limited are helping Trinidad and Tobago professionals access flexible international careers from right here at home. The company not only connects talent with North American businesses, but also focuses on mentorship, career development, and initiatives like Vibe Night, designed to give people insight into the world of remote work. Joining me this morning virtually is Miss Rashala Joseph, Chief of Staff of Vibe Connections Limited. Good morning, Rashala.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me here. And it's exciting to have the opportunity to speak about Vibe Connections and all of our endeavors, particularly Vibe Night. We really believe that this is a wonderful opportunity for Trinidad and Tobago nationals. So I'm excited to talk about it with you.
Well, let's start here. For viewers who may now be hearing about Vibe Connections for the first time, tell us a little bit about the company and the mission.
Of course, Vibe Connections is a talent recruitment agency specializing in connecting North American businesses. And please know that some of these businesses are pretty small, and we connect these businesses with professionals in Trinidad and Tobago, talented individuals that can help them with their business needs, back-end administrative support, that sort of thing. And we hire anywhere from executive assistants all the way to director of operations, sometimes even graphic designers, multimedia specialist, and everything in between. Once you can do it on a computer, you can be hired for a business professional in North America. So we've been connecting our Trinidad and Tobago nationals with those business professionals so that they can receive sustainable employment. And then, of course, we can spread the flag of Vibe Connections across Trinidad and Tobago.
Now, I know that Vibe Connections goes beyond recruitment and, focuses on career development as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
Of course. So in our system, when we're bringing in new applicants, we have this program called our bootcamp training, where we endeavor to share foundational knowledge on the industries that we work with, so that these individuals can learn. It's about 20 days roughly that you spend with us, where we train, we provide knowledge, we give you resources, that sort of thing. And then once you enter into our ecosystem, you are assigned part of our operations team and our professionals with us. You're assigned individuals that can guide you, help you to navigate this remote work world, so that you always have a partner to lean on as you work with your business professional from North America.
Now, tell us about Vibe Night. What exactly is it and who was it designed for?
Listen, Vibe Night is basically our virtual career fair. It allows the applicant or the job seeker, the one that maybe wants to switch their job, they don't have a job, that individual to come, learn about Vibe Connections from our operations team, and then decide whether or not Vibe Connections is a good place for you. Because as you know, remote work is a little bit different. You're going to have to put in some discipline in remote work. But guess what? If you come to our Vibe Night, speak with our professionals, then you can make an informed decision whether Vibe Connections might be the place for me. And remote work is something that I can take on my side. Please note that on our website, we have all of our requirements listed for any individual, starting from as CSEC application, that sort of level, all the way up to master's degree holder. They can come in, learn about Vibe Connections, and figure out if a remote working opportunity is for you.
Wow. So I know there was a Vibe Night a little while ago, but there's one coming up, right?
Yeah.
Tell
There's
us a
one
little bit
coming
about
up.
that.
It's today.
Oh.
Yeah. So today, tonight, at 7 p.m., we have it on our Zoom platform. And please note that we have our registration. I believe my media team is going to tell me that my registration is almost closed, but you can apply with us to join our Vibe Night tonight. Please note, at this meeting, you're going to learn about Vibe Connections, our background, the impact that we've had on the economy, and then how you can fit into Vibe Connections, and whether this type of remote opportunity is really for you. We want to ensure that this is a suitable fit for you and allow you to blossom where you are.
Now, Rishala, finally, what message would you like to share with individuals who may be considering remote work or, thinking about joining tonight's Vibe Night session?
Definitely. I believe that if you envision yourself as a determined, self-motivated individual, someone who takes initiative, someone who believes that they are very, very smart, tech-savvy, social media savvy, that type of individual who's looking to switch opportunities, or they believe that working from the comfort of their home is an opportunity that they would like to gain from or experience, this is the opportunity for you to come in, learn about Vibe Connections, and then determine whether or not remote work is for you. So I encourage all of our Trinidadian nationals to consider remote work and Vibe Connections.
Yeah. So tell us, before we go, how we can, access all of this and be a part of tonight?
Definitely. All I need you to do is go to vibeconnectionscareers.com. And on that homepage, all you have to do is scroll down just a little bit and you will see the application form. You can click that, send in your application to Vibe Night, register with us, and we'll see you tonight at 7 p.m.
Thank you for sharing your good energy with us this morning, Rishala. Vibe Night sounds like, again, such a vibe. And we really hope that you have a great turnout today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. Have an excellent day.
You as well. That's Vibe Connection. Remember, you can get the information at vibeconnectionscareers.com. 7:25, that's the time. We're gearing up in just a few minutes for a link up with Next 99.1 FM. We get ready to check in with the announcers and see what they're doing, see how the shift is going. Such good Friday energy. And speaking of Friday traffic is insane today. So let us know, send us a comment under one of our live streams on YouTube or Facebook and tell us what has the traffic been like this morning. If you know anyone who is in it, maybe you're streaming us on the go right now, and we're so happy that you're here with us. We take a break and come back.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
There are a number of risk factors for heart disease, so a lot of attention has to be put towards preventive cardiology. What can we do to reduce the burden due to all these risk factors? Hypertension, diabetes, cholesterol, need to stop cigarette smoking, you gotta get people exercising.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Up for this exciting challenge and confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just for you. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
तेरी आने वाली जिंदगी एक सही शॉट और एक गलत फैसले के बीच में टिकी हुई है। सोच ले आज क्या लेना, गलत फैसला या सही शॉट।
Your world moves fast, so do we. TTT News brings you the people, events, and issues that matter most. Stay informed, stay ahead. TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Well, it's time now to check in with Next 99.1 FM. We connect across platforms and tap into that energy happening on the radio right now. This is The Link Up.
You hear that? Woo! The new class. The new class. Next level of radio. Wake up! This is The Link Up with Next 99.1 FM.
Next 99.1 FM, good morning.
Morning.
Oh my God. That is some serious lung capacity.
Yes, I have it in me. It came from here. It came from here. Diaphragm.
Yeah. Okay, project, you know? How's it going, guys? How's the morning? How's the shift?
We good, you know?
Friday energy. Friday energy is always
It is real good Friday. I know some
amazing.
folks. They've been looking forward to a Friday. Sometimes when you reach Monday or you reach Tuesday, your day sometimes resets back to a Monday. So it is actually Friday today. TGIF, we are giving thanks for this beautiful day today, being here. I feel on a Friday we need to switch roles, where you come in studio and we go on TV. How you feel about that?
I mean, I think so too, because on Fridays I think I need a little break. You know, you can come and do this. You guys can come here.
Well, to fill your shoes, is a big thing.
Well, listen, I really have no problems. You know, we could do this. We'll talk about that. Also, we were just talking about with the team that we could do a little energy in studio on a Friday. One of y'all should come across here and hang with us. You know, give us some music, something.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah,
why
the
not?
only
Why
person
not?
that's give music inside of here.
Well,
is
it's only
me.
one. It's only one person.
So-
That's the DJ talking.
Wow, I felt that was a personal one there, Shaq. I don't know if you. I don't know.
Fellas can't do that.
I don't know why, you know, that felt like an attack. But is that Nicholas Hoyt?
Nick, you can't. Say morning, morning.
Just your morning, yeah.
Is that your is that the school the school teacher, the teacher? That's Sir, right?
That is Sir.
That's Sir, yeah. That's Sir.
Sir just came in there to just monitor, make sure the students are, we on point here.
Yeah, well, guys, as we're talking about Sid, I want to talk about it this morning. I saw you all picked up acting as a new career, the new class. I was kind of confused. I didn't know all of this was going on there.
Yes, well, actually, we launched on last Saturday. That was at the Five Islands Water Park.
Josie's Jamishness.
Josie Jamishness, as Champion just said there. And we had an amazing launch at Josie's last Saturday. So this is actually the class of 26. This is the creme de la creme, as they would say.
Yeah, but those students look really old. I mean, really
Wow.
big students.
Which one?
You know, they're sitting in class. Wow, my director sent a comment. I'll tell you all that a little later on.
That's a low blow. That's a low blow, Virmala.
You know, y'all are big students, and to behave badly.
There are some young ones like myself in the mix, you know.
No, you still big too.
I could pass.
You still big too.
Still.
And to have the headmaster, the principal come and quarrel with big students, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. But I'm the type of person I could be in a principal office all day.
Fro, I saw that you were so well behaved.
That's not a good thing.
I was. You see, I had my book. I read. There was no disorderly conduct. Fro sit down. Fro behave. No, I was the only student in
Fro
class.
had a mic in the front of the classroom before Sir came.
No, that wasn't me.
That was you. That was not AI.
Look at that. Also, my director Carlos is saying hi this morning, and he wants to say hello to Next 99. And he
Carlos,
thinks that you all are very well
Carlos.
behaved. Yeah.
Thank you so much,
I appreciate
Carlos.
that. Thank you.
He said
Thank
Shaq
you,
is not
Carlos.
the behaved one, but everyone else. Yeah. That I beg to differ, because since I've known Shaq, I think he's always been very well mannered, and he's a very upstanding member of the school.
Thanks, Amala. Thanks a lot.
we know differently, but we digress.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, but it was such a fun promo, and it looked like you all had so much fun and chemistry, and that's so important with a team like yours. And
to be quite honest, when we were shooting, it actually felt like we were a team, not just a team, but classmates. It felt
the
so
classroom setting felt authentic.
Yes. And that's integral for a unified sound, for a cohesive sound, that everybody, everybody getting along. It's just one big family, and we really love that. We also saw some latecomers. I don't know why they were outside of the school. I'll have to pick that up with Justin, but I don't know.
Charlotte and Akeem.
That was Justin, Charlotte, and Akeem.
Oh,
I don't
usual
know
suspects.
I don't know what they were doing behind the school or at the side of the school, but yeah, they caught them.
What I would say though, Virmala, is after having done this shoot, I have newfound respect for actors.
Yeah.
I am telling you, that little 1 minute clip
took
the entire of Sunday to shoot.
Yeah.
Really?
Literally, it did. It was
Is
a
that
lot that went
is your
into it.
team that chaotic sometimes? I've heard delinquent. I heard something in my ear says.
You know what? You are who you are, and whatever you're hearing there, well, I guess
she hearing a lot though.
She's hearing. Who whispering in your ears?
Carlos.
Yeah, I feel so.
Carlos.
A whisper coming all the way from Toko.
From Toko.
Yes, he's that kind of guy.
It must be
that
from
whisper
Toko.
strong boy. That whisper strong boy. Toko strong. All
It's
right,
a
no
Toko
problem.
strong whisper. Well,
Yeah,
gentlemen,
yeah.
how's the music this morning? I mean, what we feeling? What's your favorite songs for the day or for this week?
For this week, well, we're just loving the well with me, it's soca. I am just loving the soca. We're actually in a soca set. And we're going to go back into... Shaq, are we going back into soca set?
Yes, we are.
All right. So we're going back into soca set. And we're just going to keep the weekend pumping. It's Friday. So everyone listening right now, whether you're in a car, you're in a taxi, in a maxi, a ride share, even at the office or at home, we're going to keep you pumped because this is the new class, next 99.1.
That's right.
All right, new class, thank you for joining us this morning. We'll see you next
welcome.
week
You're welcome.
where we do this all over again on the Link Up.
Thank you so much, Virmala.
All right. Thank you. That's the morning team at Next 99.1 FM. And if you haven't seen their new promo, head across to our social media pages. It's there for you. It's the new class. You can see Nicholas Hoyt as the principal and a very special surprise as the school principal. Nicholas is a teacher, actually, and the school principal is a very special surprise. So you want to go check that out. And of course, you can see all the personalities there as well. Really, really, really dynamic idea. Absolutely loving it. Well, we get ready to take another quick break, and when we come back, the show continues. The time now 7:36. Hope you're having a really good Friday.
You hear that? Woo! The new class. The new class. Next level of radio. Wake up! This is the Link Up with Next 99.1 FM.
The time is now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. No, not that. Right now. Why not? Why not? Right now.
All I need is one night. We're gonna have to splurge on it. All I need is one night. I went deaf on it.
No, not that. Right now. Why not? Why not? Right now.
All I need is one night. We're gonna have to splurge on it. All I need is one night. I went deaf on it.
This is the new day.
A new sound, a new style, a new style, a new class. Next 99.1 FM, the next level of radio.
Right now.
आपका नाम क्या है?
अमिताभ, मिस्टर अमिताभ सिन्हा.
सो मिस्टर अमिताभ, आप इसकी आवाज बनेंगे?
वेट कितना है तेरा? 54, 59. मेरी आवाज का वजन उससे ज्यादा है.
That's the beauty ना. भारी आवाज आपकी बॉडी पर तो नॉर्मल है. इसकी चेरी पे तो स्टैंड आउट. लोग आपकी आवाज के फैंस होंगे.
Stereophonic sonata, Dolby Digital sonata. Listen to the sound of sonata. Sum sum sonata.
स्पगेटी जैसे घने लंबे बाल, ऑलिव जैसी काली काली, एक्चुअली नॉट सो काली काली आंखें, बेबी कॉर्न जैसी नुकीली नाक, चेरी टमेटोज जैसे लाल लाल गाल, स्लाइस्ड बेल पेपर से बने होंठ, हैलोपिनो सी तीखी जुबान, चलती फिरती पास्ता डिश, आलू पराठा थोड़ी खाऊंगी.
वाह कबीर, मैं तो फ्लैट हो गई. इससे पहले मुझे कभी किसी ने सब्जी की दुकान के जैसे नहीं देखा.
फूल इश्क तेरा मेरा. फूल इश्क टेढ़ा मेढ़ा. फूल इश्क कुछ कुछ मेरा. फूल इश्क ज्यादा तेरा.
Your news, anytime, anywhere. TTT News brings you the facts that matter most, on air and online. TTT News, nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
The Hunters Search and Rescue Team have joined search efforts in Tobago for missing 2-year-old Angelo Tobias. Together with the Tobago Emergency Management Agency and the TTPS, a different strategy was employed in an attempt to locate the child who disappeared from his mother's home in Goodwood on Monday night.
It was another day of intense searching for missing 2-year-old Angelo Tobias in Goodwood. This time with the assistance of the Hunters Search and Rescue Team, who offered fresh, experienced eyes following 2 days of unsuccessful searches. Head of the team, Captain Valence Rambarat, said they coordinated with TIMA.
After analyzing everything with TIMA, we deployed an action plan, that is coastal patrols, and to partner with them with their drones and their marine patrol vessel. What we took up responsibility for was to take care of the coastline.
This involves searches along rocky cliffs and in between the rugged shoreline. Meanwhile, the Tobago Marine Safety and Security Services, led by Alvin Douglas, combed the sea. Conditions were slightly better than previous days, though still rough, with lots of sargassum seaweed complicating efforts. Little Angelo disappeared from his home, located 200 meters away from the rocky shoreline. There were several sightings of a small body in the water early Tuesday morning, but it disappeared under the turbulent waves before it could be retrieved. While some doubt has been cast on that account, Captain Rambarat believes it is true.
There were reported sightings, and we came away with the impression that those sightings were highly probable.
The area is known to experience changing tides several times a day, and as a result, the team is focusing their shoreline searches in close vicinity of the missing toddler's home.
We have to be continuously doing this until we could try and achieve some closure for Angelo.
The hunters, along with the TTPS, continued combing the area around the home in search of clues.
We have the experience, we understand this part of search and rescue operations, and we bring in every bit of experience to bear on it, because, I mean, the island is taken up with this, and we want to achieve closure.
The mystery surrounding the circumstances which led to the disappearance of little Angelo continues. Police are still piecing together the events leading to Angelo's disappearance. However, lead investigator, acting assistant superintendent of police Mahalia Bacchus, assured that the TTPS will not give up. Meanwhile, the family and community of Goodwood remain anxious, hoping for definitive answers soon. Candace Jackson, TTT News.
Thank you, Candace. Well, moving on with the show this morning, one of Trinidad and Tobago's most unique food fundraising events is back this year, combining local flavors with community impact. Choka Fest 2026, hosted by the Rotary Club of Central Port of Spain, promises a morning of food, fellowship and giving back, all in support of important youth and community initiatives. Well, joining me this morning to tell us more is our guest from the Rotary Club of Central Port of Spain. Well, actually, my guests. We have the president of the Rotary Club of Central Port of Spain, Miss Anne-Marie Lal Salim, and Rotarian, Miss Suzanne Phillip. Good morning to you both, and thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
So when we heard Choka Fest, we got so excited. And then I asked everyone this morning, does that make you hungry? Because it really does. When you say chokas, I'm thinking every type of choka possible. But it's choka with a purpose, essentially, right?
Yes, correct. It is.
So for those of us who may be hearing about this for the first time, what exactly is Choka Fest all about?
Well, this is one of our premier leadership projects that we have every year. It's over 20 years old. And this project is $100 for the ticket. And we normally, all the money goes towards our projects for the year. Mm-hmm. We have the Beat and Vibrations, the Model United Nations, Each One Teach One School, all in one. We have the Garden with Wings. Because Rotary clubs throughout the country, we have 23 by the way, all the monies that we get, we spend it on projects to help communities.
Yeah.
Scholarship funds, education, environmental issues. So all of the money goes towards these things.
Now, why has this event become such a big one, an important one for the Rotary Club of Central Port of Spain?
I would say it's two-part. Part because we are a great club that's well known right now, and everyone knows that Rotary's focus and mission as a global international organization with over 33,000 clubs helping humanity. So the cause of what we do is part of the attraction. And of course, the other is the experience in the whole culinary delights of chokers. And since we have been doing this for over 20 years, the experience that has been gained in terms of what the community likes, what they enjoy, we keep adding to it every year. So besides the normal variety of chokers, we have even added on Jira chicken.
Wow.
To enhance the...
Yeah, so why did we decide on Jira chicken this year? Not that I'm complaining, I am absolutely happy about it.
Yes. Go ahead.
Our supporters in the past have been asking.
So
Because
if you
get
give
a
us
full
some
box,
choker, give me some chicken as well, no?
you
know?
can pass by on Sunday too.
Well, that's what, people are probably like, okay, well, so the chokers are all vegetarian chokers.
Correct.
So it's a great opportunity for vegetarians, maybe even vegans, it depends on the choker. And then you have some Jira chicken on the side. I could only imagine how
and we are
happy and excited everyone
We
can
are.
be for this one. Now, you told me earlier about the projects that benefit from fundraisers like these. Can you tell us a little bit more about even just one of those projects?
I would pass it on to Suzanne because she has an amazing project with Beatum Vibrations.
Yes,
and
tell us about that,
Yes.
Suzanne.
Well, I think even traditionally, our club is over 45 years old, and the primary focus has always been mainly in low socioeconomic communities in East Port of Spain. So a lot of our educational projects, we're very much into literacy, for example. We support projects in Beatum Gardens, from preschool to primary school and even special schools. We get involved in helping. More recently, through the realization that there's a really strong link between music and literacy, especially math, we got the idea to start this youth project where young folks are taught Pan by one of the best, we think, in the country, from the Codrington family, Mr. Carrie Codrington. And he teaches and arranges music for a small band of young people who, apart from learning music that gives them maybe sustainable employment in the future, they learn the rigors of discipline, creativity, what it really takes to expand and become a solid citizen in the country. So Beatum Vibrations is a band that we want everybody to hear. And just in the community itself, the work that we do is appreciated, so that Beatum isn't known for its traditional, potential relationship with negative things like crime, that there is a lot of good that happens there from the work that we've been doing for 40 years plus.
I love that.
Can I also say
Sure.
that our funds go towards supporting our 4 Interact clubs. So Rotary is in charge of 4 clubs. We have the St. Anthony's Interact Club, St. Francis, Woodbrook Secondary, and now the newly St. Mary's College. So it helps these young students, potentially get scholarships in the future, help their schools, environmental issues, that type of thing.
Yeah. So now if you are, participating in Choka Fest, the money goes towards something great. And, that just enhances the experience. So tell us about what patrons can expect now in terms of the overall experience, the food, everything happening at Queen's Hall.
Well, we start at 8 a.m. and end at 11, but Rotarians get there from like 5:30 a.m. to set up. There's a drive-through, or you can stay and dining. Right? You can eat right there, enjoy the fellowship, the delicious chokers. that type of thing.
And now you get Jira chicken. So that's
yes.
that's a really good one. So before we go, what message would you leave with everyone about supporting Choka Fest? And I know the mission of the Rotary Club is really doing good in the world. So tell everyone, why should you come and have a good time at Choka Fest and really support?
We could sum it up by saying, come for the food.
Yeah.
And stay for the cause.
Yes. I love that.
Stay with us for the cause.
Choka with a purpose.
Correct.
So
Correct.
can you quickly tell us the types of chokas that you have on the menu?
Sure, we have baigan, pumpkin,
potato,
aloo choka.
Oh yeah, aloo, right? We have aloo, we have saltfish.
We have tomato choka, of course.
And of course, the newly introduced Jira chicken.
Yeah. That's a lot of choka. And what do you eat your chokas with? What are the carbs available?
Sada roti.
I saw coconut bake
and
just now.
coconut bake. And you get a drink as well.
See, look at that. And it's only how much?
$100.
$100 to have a choka fiesta. And when is this?
It's Sunday, 17th of May.
That's just about 1 or 2 days away from now. So go. Where can you get tickets?
You can call 370-8990 for tickets. We're all over social media, right? So we thank you so much for your support. You can also call Queen's Hall for further numbers if you need.
Okay.
So we normally sell tickets beforehand, but if there are a few people who did not get tickets, we'll be able to accommodate them on the morning.
Look at that. You will get your chokas on Sunday morning. Well, thank you, ladies. We hope you enjoyed Choka Fest and eat all the chokas for us. Please go and, be a part of something great. Go for the choka and stay for the cause. I love that.
Yes.
All right, 9 minutes before the top of the hour, we take a short break and we come back. We get ready to wrap it up on Trinidad and Tobago Today.
स्पगेटी जैसे घने लंबे बाल, ऑलिव जैसी काली काली, एक्चुअली नॉट सो काली काली आंखें, बेबी कॉर्न जैसी नुकीली नाक, चेरी टमेटोज जैसे लाल लाल गाल, स्लाइस्ड बेल पेपर से बने होंठ, हैलोपिनो सी तीखी जुबान, चलती फिरती पास्ता डिश, आलू पराठा थोड़ी खाऊंगी।
कबीर, मैं तो फ्लैट हो गई। इससे पहले मुझे कभी किसी ने सब्जी की दुकान के जैसे नहीं देखा।
फूल इश्क तेरा मेरा, फूल इश्क टेढ़ा मेढ़ा, फूल इश्क कुछ कुछ मेरा, फूल इश्क ज्यादा तेरा।
Unleash your imagination with TTT's terrific Tune Time. Join us as we stop evil geniuses from taking over the world from Super Z. Or hop on board for a journey into outer space with Galaxy Kids. Be a part of our quest to save the forests alongside our robot pals from Bugsbot Ignition. Or let's go exploring with Duda and Dada. Catch terrific Tune Time weekdays at 4:15 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. It's fun-filled adventure with terrific Tune Time right here on TTT.
Well, before we go, have to share this with you. Scientists in South Korea have developed experimental smart contact lenses. So that's actually really interesting because it is sending electrical signals through your eye to your brain areas that are linked to the mood in your body, that is. And they've been testing this in mice showing depression-like behavior. And these lenses have appeared to improve symptoms. Now, approval for this, we'll wait to see how that goes. But in the interim, this is really promising, but far from becoming a real treatment for depression in people. So smart contact lenses, everything is becoming smart these days. Speaking of becoming smart, please be smarter on the nation's roads. Too many accidents these days. So much is happening and it's not good. So please, 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 we urge you, drive safely. No drinking and driving. If you're heading out this evening and this weekend, please do not drink and drive. Designate a driver. We are begging you. We want to see you here 6 to 8 where we do this all over again on Monday. Well, before we go, we leave you with our young panelist who graced us last week in studio. His name is Taj Pariag. He's 7 years old, and here he is to brighten your Friday as we say goodbye. Thank you for being here all week long. See you Monday, 6 to 8. Bye-bye.
Baby, when you whine on me. Somebody get the phone, go to the telephone. This is respectfully yours. In a party.
Tobago, I am Taj Pariag, respectfully your pan man. Run it from me top DJ.
Is respectfully yours. Don't be in a party. Me and my baby. Moving and jamming. Moving and jamming. The music season. And we feeling sweet. I ain't shit to say. Every night and day. I want to wave, I want to wine, I want to party with. I want to love you right here. I want to wave, I want to wine, I want to party with.
Good morning. This is your TDT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts, making the news at this time. According to the World Health Organization, polycystic ovarian syndrome, or PCOS, affects roughly 10% of women worldwide, but in the Caribbean region, prevalence rates are notably higher, with specific populations reaching between 20 and 24%. Consultant OBGYN Dr. Roshni Bisundat explained that PCOS was renamed to PMOS on May 12, 2026, and why.
Endocrine metabolic ovarian syndrome, big word, is extremely significant because it changes how the condition is understood medically and publicly. And for many years, PCOS narrowed the attention mainly to the ovaries and fertility, when in reality, it's a whole body hormonal and a metabolic disorder. So this new terminology really recognizes the broader endocrine and metabolic effects that really impact women throughout their lives, and not only during their reproductive years.
Dr. Bisunat outlined the range of symptoms which signals that a woman has PMOS and would need to have those issues addressed.
Central to this is something called insulin resistance, and then elevated insulin levels stimulate excess androgens, which you might know as testosterone, and this contributes to irregular periods, acne, excess hair growth, scalp hair thinning, and ovulation problems. And the reproductive symptoms are often only one part of the larger endocrine and metabolic disorder involving blood glucose regulation, that inflammation, and long-term cardiovascular risk.
Dr. Bisunat explained that the name change will encourage doctors to look holistically at PMOS as a metabolic and hormonal disorder rather than strictly a gynecological or fertility issue. And the good news is that with the right care and lifestyle changes, PMOS is treatable and its symptoms effectively controlled. In other news, the Ansa Macal Group is eyeing 2 new international markets. Speaking to the media on Wednesday, CEO Anthony Sabga III said the company is pursuing opportunities, particularly in Africa and Venezuela. As Group Chief Financial Officer Nicholas Jackman noted, the group has surpassed last year's performance across several key metrics. This announcement as Ansa Macal presented its group financial results for the period ending March 31st, 2026, on Wednesday at the Salmon Estate on Hayes Street, St. Clair.
That the group revenue increased 6% year on year, up to $1.848 billion. Now that may sound like a steady number, but I think here's the important point. This is the result of diversified and structural growth across all our industries. Our profitability tells a deeper story. First quarter, profit before tax up 7%, and earnings per share up 18%.
The brewing arm remains the group's main revenue driver and, along with construction, manufacturing and packaging, contributes 50% of total revenue. Mr. Jackman said the group's strong finances provide strategic optionality for growth, while CEO Anthony N. Sabga III noted it continues to explore new investment opportunities.
There are items for which there are new markets that we're considering. Certainly Africa amongst others, and we will make those investments as and when. We tend to look for markets within which our products or services may find an interesting agenda, and also where there are opportunities to deploy capital alongside where we have technological and human capabilities.
According to the Ansa Macal CEO, the company continues to build momentum and is recording profitability. And that was your TDT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. From the entire team here to you, have a great day.
This is TTT. Live for local.